Good morning, it's Karen from Simply Living for Him. I'm here to do my daily encouragement video from God's Word. I hope that you find these videos a blessing. If you do, let me know, share them with a friend, subscribe to the YouTube channel, come on over to our Simply Living for Him online women's community. I'd love to see you there. So I've been really looking a lot this week myself at Jesus, and yesterday, if you saw the devotional, I talked about we're studying Genesis in our Bible study, and I have been just looking at Jesus and gardens and seeds and harvest and all of that, because this week in our Bible study we learned that on the third day of creation, God created vegetation and plants and seed-bearing life. And so I'd love for you to check out yesterday's devotional, because that was really a kind of cool insight that we talked about. But taking it a little bit further today, I just love this whole idea in the Bible where it talks about fruit and seeds and plants, and I could just study this stuff forever. But there was something really interesting that I thought about this morning as well. So number one, if you look in Galatians 5:22, the fruits of the Spirit, those are evidences of things that are produced by the Spirit, fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, self-control. And those things are not something that we could ever produce on our own. As it says in John 15, apart from Him, we can do no good thing. And so apart from Him, in our flesh, I am not kind. In my flesh, I don't have self-control. In my flesh, I don't have patience. In my flesh, I'm not loving, right? I'm selfish. I'm inward focused. I'm greedy. I'm worried. I don't have self-control. I'm impatient. So in our flesh, we are the opposite of the fruits of the Spirit, but the fruits of the Spirit are not things we can make ourselves do. So we can't just be like, we often do this though. We try to, we say, I just need to be more patient. I just need to be good. I just need to be kind. I just need to have more self-control. While that's true, you can't do it yourself. Instead, it should look like this. I'm asking the Lord to give me more patience. I'm asking the Lord to give me more goodness and kindness and self-control, because we can't make ourselves produce fruit. Those are evidences of the Spirit's power working in us. Just like I go into my garden every morning and I water it and I provide the conditions for it to grow, but I can't literally will that seed to grow. I can water it. I can provide, the atmosphere, the conditions, putting them out in the sunshine, but I can't actually make the fruit grow. That is, really God working out there in the miraculous picture of the garden. So Jesus is our master gardener. He is the one who produces fruit in us. He is the one who cultivates. He is the one who, causes us to grow and walk with Him. There's this verse in John, after Jesus has been buried in the tomb and He rises on the third day, which I'd love for you to check out yesterday's devotion because we talked about that. There's this one little sentence that I never realized how much it had such importance. And it says here, so Jesus appears to Mary Magdalene. She's standing outside the tomb. She's crying because she has seen that He is gone, that Jesus is gone. She sees two white-robed angels, and then it says she's looking in at the place where Jesus was, and He's not there. And the angel says to her, "Dear woman, why are you crying?" And she says, "Because they have taken away my Lord, and I don't know where they have put Him." Now watch this. She turned to leave and she saw someone standing there. It was Jesus, but she didn't recognize Him. "Dear woman, why are you crying?" Jesus asked her. "Who are you looking for?" Here's the sentence. She thought He was the gardener. "Sir," she said, "if you have taken Him away, tell me where you have put Him and I will go get Him." Some translations say thinking He was the gardener. This says she thought He was the gardener. That little sentence says so much, because who created the original garden? Eden. God. And we're going to see this in our creation story in our Bible study as we're getting to that. And Jesus is our master gardener, right? And this is just amazing that this one little sentence that many would skim over and not even think twice. She says, thinking he was the gardener. Well, she was right. He's the master gardener of our lives. He was there in the original garden. So that is such a little sentence that's so easy to skip over, but I love that. Thinking he was the gardener. So her eyes are opened and she does recognize him shortly thereafter. But in that moment, thinking he was the gardener. I think that is significant. And I love when these little things in the Bible just pop out. And that's what our devotional was about yesterday. There was something in there that was kind of, easy to skim over, but I looked at it and was like, wow, there's a bigger meaning there. So remember today, you don't produce your own fruit. That's a work of the Spirit. You can't will yourself to grow, but by providing the proper conditions and cultivating your relationship with the Lord, by being in the Word, by praying, by spending time with Him, the power of the Spirit then transforms us. And then the fruits of the Spirit are evidence of Him working in us. So I hope that encouraged you. If it did, let me know. Comment, share it with a friend, and I'll see you next time. Until then, I wish you all the blessings and joy in Jesus today.